Hello there, here we are in the beautiful region of Puglia. It is a stunning day today and I'm super happy because I have a stunning property to show you, which you can see behind me. Now this is really something special. We are located in between Ostuni and Martina Franca in one of the nicest areas that I would say, especially in these areas, because we are actually quite close to one of the roundabouts that kind of connects you up to all the different main towns which you could be interested in seeing. So you've got the road to Cisternino very close by, the road to Martina Franca, Ostuni is just a few minutes away, and then you also have the road that brings you to Ceglie-Messapica. So incredible location. The other good thing about this location is we have lots of very high-end properties around this property, and the landscape here is not flat. So it's all up on a hill, and in fact this property is called the Hill House for a reason, because we are located on a hill, and obviously when we've got hills that means one thing, that we usually have views as well, which we do in this property. Now coming to the actual property itself, we are talking about a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom property with a swimming pool. I do want to show you this beautiful driveway, and you can kind of see the tops of the trulli cones in the background. That's your next door neighbor. But that's another reason why I really love this area. There's lots of trulli in this area, so it's very picturesque. And that's obviously beautiful to see when you're coming into the property. So we'll kind of have a little bit of footage of the drive into the actual property. But without further ado, let's start to walk over to the property itself. If you notice, we've got these beautiful landscaped garden areas. I think it makes such a difference when someone has really gone to work on the garden itself, and it's often something which is missing in properties, especially in Puglia. Sometimes you've got a beautiful property itself, but then the land around it is just raw land, which sometimes is nice, but definitely on this type of a property I think it's nice to have a garden and then have the land as well. So you can see 130 square meters. The profile of the house has that authentic Apulian vibe, but at the same time it's a very practical house to live in. So coming into the property, you immediately see we've got this beautiful open space, dining area, kitchen area and sitting area. I think you can see there's a level difference in this house, which I really like. It means it's not all on one floor, and you've literally got a couple of steps of difference between the floors. As I said previously, this house is up on a hillside. So it's actually the bedrooms on one end, the bedroom in particular on one end is actually higher than the bedrooms on the other end. So I think it's always nice when you've got these features. Obviously in a property like this, you've also got the views as well, which we will show you outside now. But as you can see, it's a really good space. I love what they've done with the decor in this property. I think I wouldn't change anything. We've obviously got the barrel vaulted ceilings with the exposed tufa, which is nice to see, but also because they've got all these windows, there is so much light coming in from both sides. So this is a really bright, airy property, and we haven't opened everything up because I mean there's just obviously lots of air passing through this property as soon as you open things up. So we'll start from the bedroom on this end. As I said, it's a couple of steps up, so in total there's 4 steps between the highest part of the property and the lowest part. We have access from the outside, and we do have some stunning views as well, but we'll better show you from the other room. Really good sized room here, very bright. You've got the storage in the back there, so plenty of storage space. And again, we've got the barrel vaulted ceilings here as well. So I think, again, it's got that really nice Apulian vibe to it, but it's also very practical in terms of a property to actually live. So here we've got the ensuite bathroom, good size shower, we've got the bidet, sink, toilet, and here we also have a window with a view onto an olive tree, which is always nice to have. Now, coming back here, we have a little pantry area here, which is really nice to have. We do have a washing machine here as well. And in the corner behind there, we also have a door which you can actually come into. So it could be even nice to maybe open that door back up because the current owner isn't using it, but maybe nice to maybe come through with your shopping bags right through to that room rather than have to come through the main house. So fully functional kitchen. We do have a dishwasher here, oven, all these kind of equipments, they've all been introduced recently. So everything has been restored. There's nothing that needs to be done to this property. We do have central heating as well. As you can see, the radiators in the corner, as well as having the fireplace, which is fully functional. And last of all, we have the air conditioning unit, which also does warm air. So between all of that, this is definitely a property that can be lived in all year round. And I think it's arguably one of the nicest properties I've seen lately. So this section here are the last two bedrooms. So we've got two bedrooms separated by a bathroom. So we'll start from the bedroom on this left side here, and you can start to see the swimming pool behind and all of the area behind, which for me is one of the nicest parts about this property. But look, this room has tons of light. We've got doorway entrance from the outside. So again, you can access this room directly from outside. And then you've got the windows even behind the bed, which means you've got those beautiful views of the outside, olive trees and swimming pool and garden area. So it just, again, can't stress it enough how much light and how much of a good feel there is in this property. Coming through to the bathroom. Now, I love what they've done with this bathroom. It's all very simple lines, but also done with really good taste. And you can see this sink is absolutely massive. This is all one piece. I think they've used tufi here and then had it covered. This also, the bath is amazing. I really like the bath as well, how they've done it. Maybe quickly show them the size of the bath because it's actually a really good size bath. Nice to also have the window in the bathroom as well. Now coming through here, we have the last bedroom, and again, really good size windows, lots of light pouring in. I haven't mentioned it previously, but we do have anti-mosquito netting on the windows. And here behind, you can see, again, these are all custom made wardrobes. So what they've done is they've kind of carved out the space and then they've put on the doors, which I think in this type of property is absolutely beautiful and again, very functional at the same time. So stunning room here, you can see nice and spacious. Again, tons of light coming in. And I love that we have all these doorways to the outside. Now coming through to the outside, this is the place where I would be most of the time. So the nice thing about this property is that it has this entire different like outside section that just feels like an extension of the main house. So here you have another dining area with a little kitchenette area. We've got the sink here, barbecue and pizza oven. And then if we move over here, we actually have a sitting room lounge area where you've obviously got the sofas. And again, I just absolutely love how much of an extension this is to the house, because I mean, we are in the middle of seasons at the moment, and I don't think I'd be spending much time indoors at all in this property. So that's really, if you're looking for a property where you want to be living outside and you want these kind of spaces, obviously with the landscaping in between, with the gardens around, this is a fully mature garden as well. So whenever you look around, you don't see other properties, you just see beautiful landscape and the odd trull or cone in the distance as well. But I think this is absolutely charming. Another sitting area, maybe this is where you can have your little office outside if you want to be in the sun. Obviously those areas are more covered than this, but again, it's just, they've done such a good job with the outside space, and it's not, again, something that we see often done this beautifully. Now coming round here, we haven't really said much about the pool, but it's arguably one of the nicest pools I've seen. And we've got the little shoreline effect at the end of the pool, so you kind of gradually go into the water and then the steps start. But I haven't said anything about it apart from now, but look at the views behind. These are stunning views from here. Now, views never come out that well in these videos, unfortunately. They're always much more stunning in person, but I can assure you it is absolutely beautiful, this view, and you can kind of see the tops of the trees, because again, we are at the top of a hill and the land of this property extends in that direction. Coming round here, we do actually have more sitting area. We have a yoga deck, so for any of you yoga lovers, this is your ideal position for doing yoga. And you can see the backdrop is, again, this beautiful plot of land which does belong to the property. So again, the land extends in this direction here, and I will show you on the drone video as well, just to give you an idea of the dimensions. And I love how they've kind of got these little bits of tables and chairs and hammocks, so you can even enjoy the raw land, which has its own charm as well, right? It's not just about having the picture perfect garden. Now, we do also have a sauna here. So it's the perfect place if you kind of want to get away. A health centre is not better than this place. The peace and tranquility as well in this area is really something to understand. I mean, you have to kind of come here to truly understand how peaceful and beautiful this area is. Obviously, we've got a stunning day today, which does help. Now you can see again, we've got little bits and bops here, little tables and chairs under the olive trees. I love all these sections. Now I just kind of want to show you the behind of the property before we take a little walk in the land below, because it's also got lots of different vibes depending on which area you go to. And the owner of this property is very into her art, so she does have a few sculptures here and there which I think are very cute. And you know, I'm a fan of anything that's a little bit different. I don't like it when we see the properties and they're all kind of, you know, carbon copy of the next. This definitely isn't that, and thankfully the owner has great taste and she's put her own stamp on this property. So you do have these little art pieces here, and another great space with, obviously you've got so much outside space. I doubt you're going to be using this much to sit down when you've got all of that. but it's just nice to see and to have that option. If you were to hold events here, obviously with parties, you can have, you know, people around this area as well. And you can see the whole area is very private indeed. So we don't have any neighbours that are too close or going to be overlooking the property. Now I'll take you down to the other side because I do actually want to show you the land, which I also like quite a bit. Again, coming through here, you can just see how beautiful this area here is. It is really something stunning, and we will be putting a bit of still shots so you can kind of watch them without having to hear me babble away. But for now, follow me down to the land. So you can see we've got this little stairway here, and this really shows you the height difference. So it's lovely to have these properties when they're built right at the top, and then you've got this area here which has been left raw. Obviously the land's been taken care of, and you have a mixture of olive trees and almond trees and fig trees. I mean, this is also beautiful to have because obviously a lot of the Apulian charm is just the rawness of it, and the fact that it isn't always picture perfect, but it is incredibly beautiful at the same time. If we walk round, I do want to just mention quickly, we also have a little area for tractors to come down here. So there you have a little driveway for whatever tractor needs to come into the property. And then coming back round here, I just want to show you, you've got a little storage space here on the right, which is handy to have. And then we've got yet another beautiful art piece. I do know the artist of this piece, and I absolutely love it. Again, it just adds something more, and obviously kind of gives you an understanding on who's taken on this property and how much love has been put into it. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to walk by the last pathway. I think that's everything that I mentioned. I did mention it does have an artesian well, so you don't have any problems for water here. And then again, I love walking through these little pathways, and I think there's so much charm even just to this driveway. So if you have any questions on this property or any of the others, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.